I wonder if the injury from the Titans game in week 3, if because he didn't want to play, did he feel something in and around that socket at that point in time, but thought it was something from the old injury, but it was actually something from a new injury that they just didn't diagnose with, or they just didn't see that he was feeling. That's why he said, you know what, I don't feel right now.
But I still think the fact remains that Kevin Stefanski, as we all agree, was unfairly hard on Deshaun back in week 3-ish time when he basically threw him under the bus and said, well, he's cleared medically. Don't look at me. I don't know why he can't play. He just says he's not comfortable with playing. Then we read subsequent reports that there are players in the locker room who weren't that happy with Deshaun because they were wondering what's going on. Well, he was legitimately hurt. And I still blame Kevin Stefanski for dealing with his franchise quarterback that unfairly publicly because he was the one who volunteered it to the media.
I've never seen that, and I've had some really harsh coaches, as you know, and I've never seen a coach of mine ever out a player because of an injury publicly. Now, maybe on the sidebar, they may have said this dude can go. I don't know why he's not going, but from a public standpoint, I've never seen a coach stand up at the podium and disclose why somebody made a decision not to go. That was very odd.
Very odd. Now back to Richard's point about the second half. After Deshaun started 6 of 20 in the first half, he was trying to escape in the red zone, and his former teammate Jadeveon Clowney caught him from behind, and Deshaun clearly twisted his ankle because he had to limp to the sideline, and then he limped quickly to the locker room before the first half had even ended I don't know if he took an injection or if they had to retape or whatever happened, but he came out and looked okay in the second. He was still a little ginger on it, but he goes 14 of 14 in the second half, 7 of 7 for 88 yards just in the fourth quarter alone as they come from 2 touchdowns down. And he is fighting an ankle injury, which they subsequently, after the game, announced that he would get an MRI for his ankle on Monday. We didn't know anything about the shoulder. And he's fighting a fractured shoulder. So he's got 2 things going in the second half. And you want to talk about all-time courageous and heroic? It doesn't get much better than that because his degree of difficulty, it's hard enough to beat Baltimore in Baltimore.
Right.
It's hard enough to come from 14 down, even though recently the Ravens have had a little history of blowing leads. But at Baltimore, in a division rivalry, to come from 14 down to win the game because you go 7 of 7 for 88 yards in the fourth quarter, hats off to Deshaun. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.